Hey everybody, welcome to Nurse Strong. I'm your host Alicia,
I'm your host, Nikki.
and we are so glad to have you back with us for another fun episode.
Yay!
So, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
I was thinking that as you were talking too. I was like, why do I feel like we haven't done this in so long? Like we haven't talked other than instant messenger at work.
Yeah, so how's your week been? Like, what have you been up to?
Drama at work. Being a mom.
Yes, it's a lot of drama in the healthcare field.
True.
Like, seriously. It's Black History Month. I was thinking about Black History Month the other day. Like, I feel like when I was a kid, I grew up in New Orleans, so it was like
Is that a big deal?
Yeah, like it was in a majority Black neighborhood.
Right.
Yep. I just can't with
We got some sound effects, y'all.
So I grew up, in a majority Black neighborhood, and I feel like Black History Month was like a big deal. Like we did a play, a big program. We had to do projects on different people, but I don't.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say your kids are still in elementary.
I was thought about that, and no, like even last year, yeah, they never came home with I got assigned, such and such, and I gotta talk about them or research them, or I learned about a certain person that. No, I mean, other than mentioning that it's Black History Month, they really, yeah.
And I'm kind of I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I'm tired of talking about the same folks. Like, I feel like
everybody knows the same people for Black History Month.
But it's so many more up to date people that have made history that it's just like popping. But, it is what it is.
Like something else we gotta teach
ourselves. Yeah, we do. We have to teach, and that's with anything you want your children to know.
True.
Don't get me started on how I think the school system sucks, and don't prepare.
School is a wash right now.
Yeah, don't prepare kids for the real world.
No.
At all. So anything you want your children to know to make them more cultured and productive adults, you pretty much have to teach them yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. What's else going on with you?
Nothing really. Just trying to figure out. I can't even use the word normal anymore. But just, I don't know. I want to have fun.
I know, right? I want to put on outfits.
I know, like today I put on lipstick and forgot how to put a mask on.
I was going to say, you cute today. You got a new do.
Yeah.
And little red lipstick. Go red for women.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about you? What's been going on?
Nothing, just working, girl.
Are you in the COVID clinic now?
Yes. So, was doing heart failure clinic, but now we are doing the I can't say the word, monoclonal antibody infusions.
Oh wow.
For COVID patients. So the patients who have COVID, they'll come in and get these infusions of antibodies and in hopes to help them fight the virus.
How often do they get them?
Just once.
So it's just a one-time deal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So how do they know if it works?
I don't know. It's kind of experimental. Oh. Not kind of. It is experimental.
Right.
And so I think from what they've seen, it does help them not have as many symptoms. So you have to have it within the first 10 days of getting symptoms, or it doesn't work. So it's supposed to help your symptoms like be less and help you fight it off a little more.
Okay.
So I've been, with the COVID patients, and also I do that about 2 days a week, and then the other days I'm with my heart failure patients. So it's always like a big brain change,
right?
Because it's kind of like working two jobs,
right?
Two different jobs.
Shifting over.
Mm-hmm. So.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
So today we were going to talk about just how to become a confident nurse, and then like what's the difference between being confident or too confident where you're cocky, or in still being humble.
Right.
So I know being a confident nurse doesn't necessarily come with age.
No.
Or even experience. Like, do you think some experienced nurses are confident?
Not always, no. Because we work with some nurses now who've been nurses for quite some time, and are not confident in their skills or what they're doing or what they know.
Mm-hmm. What I've seen sometimes is nurses not feeling confident to work up to their
full potential.
Yeah, their full potential, or their what's the term I'm looking for? Their I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But basically their potential. Like if you're able to do something as a nurse, you don't need to ask somebody.
Oh my gosh,
like we are licensed professionals, so certain things we are able to do. We're able to do from a verbal order. We're able to do from, something written, or if you see it in a doctor's note and they mention that they want it,
then you can do it.
Do it.
Yes.
So why do you think that is?
Like you said, I guess it's not like there's a lack of confidence there. Like they're not confident in their decision or what they're doing, or I just think that they're not really confident.
You think it's like individual, their personality, they're just not confident people, or like they're not confident in the healthcare system or their job?
I think it go either way.
Yeah.
I think some people who may have thought like being a nurse was one thing, and then once they got there and realized how much autonomy a nurse has, like there isn't someone who's following you around telling you step by step, this is what you need to do, and it's on you, that they may not really embrace like that. Like some people need that structure of telling me from step to step, A to Z, what do I do? So
it makes me sad, because I feel like you said, use the word autonomous. Like we are very autonomous. Like I can go to work all day and not talk to anybody.
Yes.
If I chose to.
I will do that sometimes too.
Because I know what I need to do. Give me my patients. What's my assignment? What do I need to do? And I'm going to do it. And when I need to gather help, I'm going to do that.
Right.
But
I think being confident too, like if you don't know something, then ask.
Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking it might, like you said, be a good combination of both, because I feel like I'm a pretty confident nurse, but because I feel confident, when I don't know something, I feel okay to ask.
Right.
And I feel okay to say, show me how to do, like even for the infusion clinic. So for instance, sometimes it's small things that trip you up.
Right.
So I can start an IV, like, because in the heart failure clinic, I still start IVs, I draw blood.
Right.
But I haven't hung a bag of medicine in a while, and so it's not that I don't know how to. I knew how to hang the bag, but then we didn't have pumps. So I'm used to putting it on. So I'm used to putting it on a pump.
Coming on the poles.
Yeah, on the pole. And so she like, okay, we're gonna use gravity and put it on a pump. And I'm like, do I remember how to
drips?
Yeah, and I'm like, and so then she like, oh, we got the little dial thing. And I'm like, I never even seen that before. So they're joking with me like, oh, you a new nurse, this is way back in the day. And so I'm like, okay, it seemed pretty easy. But it was just kind of like, okay, am I connecting it right? Because I knew how to, spike the bag, spike the IV. But then I'm like, okay, I got to add this little piece. And then when I'm adding the fluid, I was like, I can't remember which one go higher, which one go lower, because I just hadn't done it in a while. So I felt like, I know how to do it, but let me just say, girl, which one go high? Which one do I hang low? Which one gonna go first? I forgot. I haven't done it in a while, but I think sometimes nurses don't want to seem like they don't know something, so they don't ask, and then you end up doing something wrong, which in turn I feel like is a little cocky.
Yes.
So it's like, it's a weird dynamic. Like it's the same thing, that it's just like one coin, like two different sides of the same coin. So how can we help nurses feel more confident? What do you think could make?
So I think you know what you know, and you know what you don't know.
Right.
So be confident in what you do know, and then what you don't know, then you need to learn.
Right.
So and then you learn from those awkward encounters where you didn't know something, or you're on the spot and say you were asked to do something and you didn't know how to do it, then or ask for feedback. So how did I do in that situation, or what could I have done differently? You gotta talk it out.
Yeah, I agree. Just like you said, knowing what you know, improving, always being open-minded and flexible, because what I've seen like more seasoned nurses, and not necessarily older nurses, because there are nurses our age that are more, especially me, because you've been doing it longer than me, but there's nurses the same age as me or younger that's been doing it longer than me, but they're not as confident and they are not open-minded.
Right. So, as you said, they don't want to learn how to do something different.
They're like, nope, this is how I do it, and they don't want to, learn. So I think gaining confidence, even if you're not a confident nurse right now, making sure that you like, okay, I'm not that good at this, so let me just brush up on this, or let me go my fellow nurse, hey, you really good at IVs,
right?
Tell me what do you do to, because I struggle with that,
right?
Or if it's something that you know but you want to be better, then sign up for a CBL. True. Or do affirmations. Like sometimes it's just doing positive self-talk, getting yourself in that good mental space to have the best day. I like how you said asking for feedback. Like sometimes, and then also knowing what feedback to accept and what feedback not to accept. Because sometimes your style of nursing different from my style of nursing. True. If somebody told me I shouldn't crack jokes with my patients, I'm gonna be like, how? I just open my mouth and something crazy comes out. Right. Yeah, like
right. I hear how you talk to your patients. Yeah. Like, there's no way I could do that.
Sometimes I got caller ID on my office phone. Sometimes I'm like, what?
See, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, like, but they know. I'm like, I see your number. What are you calling me? But so some feedback you take, some feedback you don't. So I don't know. What do you think about? Because we talked about this before, like being humble. Like, I think you should be a humble person, but I think sometimes when you're dealing with people that aren't as confident and they can be like on that cocky side, they try to like put you in your place when they feel like they know more than you, they're older than you, they're more tenured than you. When did you go from being respectful and humble to saying, you know what, I got this, you're wrong? Like, how do you find that balance? How do you react when you're trying to, give an OG or old mama, that respect, but you kind of want to say, look, we don't do it like that no more.
I mean, it's kind of like what you said. Like, because remember how we kind of had that when you were back over at the office, and how we were trying to change how things were done. Like, the nurse does not do everything. Yeah. But the old mamas were used to, like, they did everything for the doctors. Yeah. So it's kind of like you have to say. They petted the doctors. Yeah. And so we're trying to do it one way and they're doing it the other way. And we kind of just had to say, I know you did it this way, but we didn't figure out a more efficient way to do this. Right. So it's kind of like how you used to say, like, you're always solution based. Yeah. So come at it with a solution approach, not like we're attacking them or, saying that what they're doing is wrong, but we figured out a more efficient way to do it.
Right. I agree. So in all, to wrap it up, would say to basically know what you know, what you don't know, say it and learn it and find somebody that can help you do it. Be responsible for your own education.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, if it's something you don't know, ask for a website. I remember when I first started working in cardiac intervention, I was definitely afraid of not knowing how to read the EKG. Like, I knew basics, right? But I'm doing cardiac intervention now, so I really need. So I was like, look. So they gave me some websites. They gave me some, information, things to study, so that I could feel comfortable. Right. And then whenever there was some type of in-service, I would ask, can I go? If there was a doctor or a PA or nurse practitioner that I thought was cool, I would save EKG sometimes. Like, I remember, I would save them, especially if, like, it was something happened and I didn't see it. Like, I might have knew that the patient wasn't acting right, but I didn't see what they saw. And so I would, like, fold it up. And then when we got a minute, I'm like, can you show me where they went into this? Can you show me that I didn't see that? And so that's how I got good. With cardiology and the, EP really stumped me.
Yeah.
But I just would go harass the nurse practitioners and the PAs and like, look, how can you tell this? How do you know that the device is doing this? What do what can they take and what can't they take? So you really just have to kind of put pride aside. That's where the humble part comes in. Humble doesn't mean to just let people tell you what you should and shouldn't do. It's just putting pride aside to say, hey, look, I want to be better at this. Show me how to do it.
Right.
So I think confident nurses are like the best thing for healthcare. Because the
nurse says they know it all. That's just a scary nurse.
Yeah. And if you're not afraid to kill somebody every single day, like, like you don't need to be a nervous Nancy and just I'm gonna kill somebody. But if you don't, if you don't look at your skills and look at what's going on and say, let me make sure I'm doing this to the best of my ability because I don't want to hurt somebody, and you have an attitude of, oh, I've been doing this forever. So, well,
all right.
Well, make sure you guys visit our website.
Oh, yes.
Our website is up, www.livenursestrong.com. Yay. Our t-shirts will be on sale soon. Like yes, get your therapeutic communicator shirt, your Nurse Strong shirt. Follow us on Instagram at Live Nurse Strong, on Twitter, Live Nurse Strong, Pinterest at Live Nurse Strong. Or you can email us livenursestrong@gmail.com. Thank you.